everyone, welcome to my new video. Today I'm going to show you what do I eat as a fashion model. Before I show you the recipes, I want to say a few things. I just want to explain how do I eat and how I got to this point. And FYI, if you want to skip this first part, I marked the whole timeline so you can just skip to breakfast. When I just started modeling, I wasn't eating the healthiest. I was eating a lot of sugar, a lot of unhealthy stuff, and I feel like modeling directed me more towards a healthy lifestyle and healthy eating and just having healthier habits. My whole life I played a lot of sports. I would have workouts 5 times a week. I played volleyball, I danced, I did so many other sports, and my body was always busy, always active. But also my diet wasn't the best and I was eating a lot of unhealthy stuff, a lot of sugar. I loved chocolate. I still love chocolate. It wouldn't affect my skin, it wouldn't affect my weight, and I feel like I just didn't care at a time because I didn't have any consequences. And just to mention, I was so skinny when I was a child. Literally I was forcing myself to eat so I could gain some weight. But as I turned 17, 18, I started gaining weight more easily. I couldn't eat everything I wanted and I just simply had to change a few things because it was affecting my body. I was more tired, I didn't have a lot of energy, I was just not feeling good. I wasn't restricting myself in any kind of way, but I was just trying to be more healthy. So today how I eat, it's a very balanced diet. I can say I eat everything, but I keep my diet in balance and I don't overdo healthy eating or unhealthy eating. What I found that works best for me as well is intuitive eating. So for example, if I get up and I don't feel hungry, I won't eat breakfast and I will eat when I'm actually hungry, and I would make what I'm craving. For example, if that day I want to eat some eggs and avocado, I would eat eggs and avocado. If I feel like eating pancakes for breakfast, I would eat that. And when I eat the meal that I actually wanted, that I feel satisfied and then I'm not hungry until a few hours later when it's time for lunch. So I'm just balancing out the timing and the foods I want to eat. Basically, I'm just eating when I'm hungry and I'm eating what I'm craving. It might sound weird, but I do crave salad a lot. I always crave fresh fruits, fresh vegetables, and it's just something that I love to eat, as well as burgers. Like, I do crave burgers, I do crave unhealthy things. You cannot really call them unhealthy if they're made with good ingredients. I just try to avoid any processed foods. So if I'm craving a burger, I'm not gonna go to McDonald's and eat their cheeseburger or regular burger. I'm gonna either make a burger at home or just go to a restaurant that has really good ingredients, that makes just organic food, something that's really high quality. And if you eat that high quality made burger, it's gonna affect you less than a burger from McDonald's or any fast food. Everything basically that's considered unhealthy, I just find a way to make it healthier just by using better ingredients and organic ingredients. One thing that I must say I really avoid is dairy because it does make my skin break out, and especially in the US, I have to avoid every single animal product because it affects my hormones and my body just freaks out. In Europe, I could eat basically anything. I do eat dairy in Europe, but I'm very careful to not overdo it. And one more thing I want to mention is that a super clean diet is never good. I think by restricting yourself, you're just getting more cravings. It's a high possibility that you're gonna eat something that you consider as bad food. I think it's also bad for your mental health. It's not sustainable, it's not normal, it's not fun as well, because you want to live your life to the fullest and be happy and not think about what's your next meal and if you can eat something or not enjoy the party or dinner, or just not enjoy life just because you have this mindset of I need to eat very clean. That's an obsession, that's not healthy.
Every morning before I have breakfast, I make myself coffee. I love drinking espresso with a splash of oat milk, and I usually have my first meal a few hours after I wake up. Lately, I've been having porridge for breakfast quite a lot. It's very creamy and warm, and it's perfect way to start your morning in these cold winter months. This is how I make it. I put some milk in the pot and add 4 to 5 tablespoons of oats. I let it warm up on medium heat and start stirring it slowly until it gets thick and creamy. The key is to cook it slowly. When it's done, I put it in the bowl and add my toppings. My favorite are sliced banana, honey, and cinnamon. For lunch, I made crispy baked chicken drumsticks and broccoli. First, I preheated the oven to 200 Celsius, which is about 390 Fahrenheit. Then I mixed the seasonings: 1 teaspoon of sweet paprika powder, 1 teaspoon of hot paprika powder, teaspoon of granulated garlic, 1 teaspoon of salt, and half a teaspoon of pepper. Then I added 2 teaspoons of olive oil and mixed it all together. Next up, I put aluminum foil on the baking pan and added some oil to prevent the chicken from sticking to the pan. You can use a baking sheet as well. Then I put the seasoning mix on the chicken drumsticks and I used my hands to spread the seasoning mixture evenly over the chicken. I put it in the oven for 35 minutes. In the meantime, I steamed some broccoli. You can roast it in the oven or prepare it in whichever way you like. After 35 minutes of baking, I mixed a teaspoon of Dijon mustard and a teaspoon of honey, and I brushed it over the drumsticks. Then I put it back in the oven for another 10 to 15 minutes. Every oven bakes differently, so I would suggest you check on it every 5 minutes to prevent chicken from getting burnt. Once the chicken is cooked, remove the pan from the oven, transfer the chicken to a clean plate, let it cool down for a few minutes, and it's done. For dinner, I have a very fast and easy pumpkin soup recipe. First, dice the onion into small cubes, then get 2 carrots, clean them, cut off the end where the leafy top grew, and then cut it into round slices. Next up, you will cut pumpkin into chunks, cut off the skin as well. Then get a large pot, put it on the stove, and add some olive oil and chopped onions. Cook it for 5 to 7 minutes until tender. Add pumpkin, carrots, and 1.5 liter of water and let it cook for 25 minutes on medium-low heat. When it's cooked, working in batches, transfer the soup from the pot to a blender. The consistency will vary based on how much water you put in it. I suggest you only put a little bit of the liquid from the pot into the blender to make it more creamy. Add some salt, pepper, and 2 cloves of garlic to season it. As toppings, I used a little bit of pumpkin and sunflower seeds and parsley. You can serve the pumpkin soup with some toasted bread.